pre-show thing. Oh, this is distracting. Mic off again for a second. Oh, the pool! Oh, I'm sorry, wrong job. I got confused when I saw the whistle. That can go there. All right, so I've got a drum. It's a new little piece to the show. Oh, before I mention new things to the show. So this gentleman, anyone else, has anyone seen my show before? Yeah, right here, thanks for coming back. The rest of you, how do you know it's me? Yeah, you're not sure. All right, so if you don't like the show, it's not. My name is Jim Mackenzie. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm fairly new to this fair. I was here last year for the last 2 weekends only, and this year I'm here for the whole run except for that first weekend, but that's past. So you are among the first to see my show here at the New York Renaissance Festival. Thanks for coming. Woo! Oh, and it is my birthday show. Woo! So this is new to the show. It's a little bit of a pre-show thing. The visual for you, make some music for the people farther away. By music, I mean noise. I'm still tuning this drum. We're gonna warm up my hands too. Now I got this drum specifically because I wanted to bounce juggle 5 balls off of it. I wanted to have a paper parasol all the way from Japan. My left hand, a rope ring all the way from Amazon. Another way of saying origin unknown. Thanks for sitting for the beginning of the show. Bathroom, they're right around this way. The quickest ones are right around here. The flusher ones are over there. Peacock, yeah, all that's over there. Yeah, I'm trying to help. Come replace them, they're down in the front. Thanks for coming in. You got the beer, perfect. That's at the end of the show. We'll have a toast. If you got a drink, great. Here we are, the opening little pre-show trick in the wind. I might be doing my Mary Poppins imitation. We'll see. All right, so Parasol Japan, rope ring, Amazon, opening Japanese juggling trick. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. That mild indifferent response right there is why this trick's not in the main show. It's okay, I've come to the sad realization this is a very cool, beautiful, cultural juggling trick that unfortunately can only truly be appreciated by fans of NASCAR. And never will those two cultures meet. We're looking to make that left turn. Oh, wipe out. So I got a gust of wind right when I made that turn. Here comes the big finish. And now for you, a bonus trick. I know, so early in the show and a bonus. Thank you. You won't see that kind of accuracy at the joust. I haven't seen this joust, I don't know, but usually these are big remedial. That was a bonus trick for you. Here's a bonus trick for me. Only fair. Don't applaud that. That was for me. I just love watching all these heads in unison go. I actually like to see how far you're going to track it before you give up. You did pretty good. Thanks for just getting the show started right now. I'm going to bring out a little bit of fire. Put this away. Now, this is a little get-to-know-me moment. Right? So I don't do any magic in the entire show, but I'm going to have a fresh flame here. I'm going to do a magic-type trick. It's very subtle, so watch closely. Actually, don't watch too closely. It's also very stupid. There's a balance you're going to have to strike in there. The wind will cooperate. I told you it was stupid, but you watched. They just vanish. I don't know where that goes. I'm pretty sure one day I'm going to go backstage. There's going to be a bunch of disembodied fireballs waiting for me like in the Prestige. You think there's only 1 or 2 people that ever get that joke. Thanks for being here. Now I'm going to do an actual opening feat with this torch. And when I do it, I'd like everybody here to burst out into spontaneous applause. Scream and shout and make a lot of noise. When you do this, the people wandering around this fine sight will hear the screams over here. And for a brief moment, they may actually believe what you witnessed was entertaining. And we're going to have a big laugh at their expense when they get over here and see what's going on. See if I can find the shady area. And that didn't really fall away for sure. Here we go. Opening feat. that's starting to sound fake. That was quite kind, very spontaneous, but if you would, please be patient and wait for the trick. I know you would think this is it, but there is more. First, I have to center myself. That wasn't the trick, that was a joke, but thanks for the appropriate response. Now, on this next move, if you do listen carefully, you may in fact hear my knee pop. I feel the love, thank you. Oh, there it went. Boy, does a hush fall over this crowd like that. That's one. 99 to go. No, not in the show. I get back up. Hopefully without doing my Bambi imitation. Come in. We're just starting the show. There's seating. You could get closer. Yeah, it's you out there in the middle I'm talking to. All right, let's put out this torch and start the show. So there is a washing well winch show going on right now, and there's going to be random screams for no apparent reason. Thanks for coming to my show. Occasionally, I like to shoot back across their bow and have you cheer back at me. So we're going to try that real quick. Now they're all like, all right, let's extinguish this torch and start the show. And the sun comes out. I know what you're thinking, though. That's not going in my mouth. That is sooty, dirty, not happening. All right. The official introduction. My name is Jim Mackenzie. I am from Houston, Texas. I am now about to perform for you fine folks a short comedy variety show involving absolutely no magic. Cool, you're okay with that, okay? Sometimes people see these and think, oh, it's going to be the cups and balls magic trick. But this is much more your Tom Cruise cocktail hour. Save your applause for the end. I have a weak finish. You'll know it when you see it. Here's a couple in quick succession. We've got over the shoulder with some style. Well done on holding the applause. Over the shoulder to the same hand. Up. Yeah, that one can get some applause, eh? I said those words out loud and then I heard them. It freaked me out a little. Say me in, what? Now I'm going to invert one cup on top. I'm going to attempt to sneak up on that top cup. They won't see me coming. Because it's an inanimate object. As I focus on that top cup, you can help me out by keeping the commotion down. I focus on the cup. You keep the commotion. You're good. Focus on the cup. I have a variation of that I'd like to perform for you now. The variation I just learned this past week from my cat. It's the same basic setup, but it takes laser focus, lightning reflexes, and a very specific butt wiggle. Now I know who has cats. And also, after the fire magic trick and that, you know not to take anything too seriously. I love it, that magic trick of the flame. This guy last weekend was looking very intently, like something was really going to happen. And he was so disappointed. Now what I actually do is an interactive comedy variety show. What I mean by this, what I mean by this is I, the performer, like to give you, the audience, direction in the show. You decide what I do next. If you like, I can do some more juggling. But if you, the voting audience, prefers, I could do a bit of a disturbing sideshow feat. We're going to vote. We're going to vote as democratically as we can in the country today. Sad that's a joke. As you prepare to lock in your votes, get the little black box underneath your benches. You lock the votes. Nobody, okay. Sometimes it's the kids down front will sell that. People in the back are like, wow, they really upgraded this show. So we're going to rock it right now. I can see and hear you. By applause. How many people would like to see some more juggling? Awesome, like this. Okay. juggling works. But applause! How many would rather see a disturbing sideshow feat? Yeah, right? These are dollars you vote both times. No. And they were iffy on it, but you were okay. Right, now I'm going to juggle. I was always going to juggle, but I'm also going to do the sideshow feat. I just need to make sure it's what the people wanted. I don't want to force it on you. It is a bit disturbing. It's not a magic trick. I'm going to show you the difference again. No magic in the show, but for any magic fans, here is one quick magic trick just for you. I know, right? Yeah, thanks for not applauding that. Sometimes I get the applause, and that's sad. That's not just lowering the bar, that's we just drop the bar. People walking up are going, there's a bar. That was an illusion. Nothing really happens. I love watching kids try that sometimes in their life. This is very real. And the very reason I perform no magic in the show. I am about to swallow this cold steel. Because I shouldn't have left in the sun between shows. Now you might have seen a magician claim to have swallowed a sword. Maybe you've seen it on television. You will seldom ever see a magician do what I'm doing now. They won't handle the blade. For a very good reason. The sword in a magic show doesn't have a blade. The magic prop, basically it's just a tape measure. It's been painted silver to resemble a sword, and then it simply collapses into the handle. Some of you are studying that way too hard. There is an optical illusion you can do that's fairly safe. It looks something like this. It looks exactly like this. I know, right? Oh. I didn't mean to blow that illusion, sorry. I say that one's fairly safe because, ironically, I've actually scratched my ear doing that fake version. I found it humorous. I hurt myself faking a sword swallow. When I am a sword swallower. I nicked my ear on the blade. Still didn't need a big band-aid. To help prove to you, the doubting audience. Too soon? For some, it's too late. To help prove to you, the doubting audience, this blade is in my throat. The rest of the crowd's like, what? To help prove to you, the doubting audience, this blade is in my throat. Once I swallow the blade, I'm going to reach up and move my throat. That's why we voted. And I know that's the part where you're getting squeamish. I asked if you want to see something disturbing, you're like, yeah, give it to us! I just did something anybody here can do, and you're like, take it back! I said anybody here can do that. Please don't try it right now. Very disturbing to me to look into a group of people going, but the next show you go to, feel free. Tell them Jim did. As I move my throat with the blade in place, if you watch the handle, the part you can still see, you will see that handle move a little bit. It's only going to move a little bit. If I attempt to move the handle a lot, so the people in the back could see, people up front might get to see a lot more. Sometimes there's a splash zone in the sword swallowing show. People up front aren't laughing anymore, okay. Yesterday they had ponchos, it was fine. Here we go, down the hatch! I'm sorry, that was an odd take. Alright, show goes on. Oh, I'm sorry, children! You know, I say children, but now that I've spent some time with this group, I'm just going to address everybody here. Do not try this anywhere. I have to take out that at-home loophole. I know how the kids are. They're like, Dad, can I borrow the sword? I'm going to Tommy's house. Seriously, what I'm about to do for your entertainment is very dangerous. This blade is about to pass millimeters from my heart, resting between my lungs, with just the soft tissue of my esophagus separating this metal blade from my internal organs. So when I do pull this blade out of my body, and I find myself still alive, the last thing I want to hear is a polite golf clap. No, I want to hear with some enthusiasm that you and I are all here alive, having a wonderful day at the New York Renaissance Festival! Here we go down the hatch. I'll taste it all. I think I figured out the odd taste. Multiple shows a day outside. All right, and now some torch juggling. That's right, the juggling trick that you didn't vote for is still going to happen. It is a bit of fire. You know, warm us all up. Now, a lot of variety acts. We'll save the fire to the end of the show, make it a big danger finale. It is not my finale. That is yet to come, but I don't want to kid you. It is dangerous. The fire I'm lighting right there is real, and therefore dangerous. Sadly, I have to state that the fire is real because I have actually heard a woman tell her small child, the reason I can do the feat you're about to see is because I use fake fire. I wish that were a joke. I heard that. I don't know what she thought she was teaching her child, but I'm pretty sure if I possessed fake fire that looked this realistic, they couldn't afford me here. It would be some sort of Lucasfilm hologram. And also, I don't really want to show you the danger. I want to show you the beauty of the flame, because seriously, the sword swallowing you just saw is one of the most dangerous things you will see at Faire today. So instead of showing you more danger, I want to show you the beauty of the flame and of the juggling itself. But I'm going to be doing for you now a 3-torch juggling with an artistic flair. No pun intended. No pun comprehended. We're good, okay. 3-torch juggling with an artistic flair. But first, the juggle. Thank you. I called 12 of you. I was just juggling 3 blazing torches out here with the sun in my face and the wind blowing through the fire, and about 80% of this audience was sitting out here like this. Seen it. It's my fault. After 40 years, I make some of these things look too easy. I forget not everybody can do them. So one more time, presuming that sounded a bit better so we can compete with that. A 3-torch juggle with an artistic flair, but first, the juggle! You're so good at picking up on subtle cues. Now once again, I perform no magic in the entire show, but if you do look closely right about now, you may in fact notice my eyebrows disappearing before my very eyes. Shut up, that's not a joke. Why does the wind always blow in my direction? 3-torch juggling with an artistic flair. This first trick is called Art Deco. That's right, a present day, the Renaissance Festival just became an art appreciation class. Now the even more impressive Art Nouveau, this next trick, has been known to elicit an immediate response from the audience. Either they're clapping their hands wildly or stamping somebody out. Either way, the high pros get their attention for Art Nouveau. I'm starting to get the rules warmed up. A bit of a more subtle artistic movement. This one's called Early American. Technically, it should be called French Impressionism, but I didn't think anyone would get that. Okay, we're here. Colonial juggling. Colonial juggling. 1 is by land, 2 is by sea. Thank you. I always have to reflect after I do that one. Anytime I've traveled the country doing my show, anytime I'm near Boston, they eat that one up. Anywhere else in the country, you're like, wait, was that history? Shut up, we're not here to learn. Surrealistic juggling. Surrealistic juggling. The piece is entitled Smoked Salmon Swimming Upstream. Now, I'm going to relight for martial artistic juggling. I just want to make sure they all are out good, because putting a lit torch back in the fuel can is exciting. So I've heard. I'm going to relight for our martial artistic juggling. And then up next, the fatal glass of beer finale. Right? I saved the finale for the end of the show. I don't live by your rules. We'll refuel these, and then I want to relight them in a different, flashy manner. I don't like to repeat myself. The first time I touched the flame, this time I won't touch the flame at all. Get a little fuel on here. All right, the first light uses the same technology. Right here. My eyebrows don't stand a chance up here. And now, I saw it too. I was impressed too. It's a bit breezy up here.
Fire!
And now, martial artistic juggling, putting out these torches in a flashy manner. I gather my chi. Gonna need more chi. Subtle way to put out these last two. It's subtle, but it is still flashy. That is the got a bit of a more subtle way to put out these last three. What's a bad day at work like for you? It's subtle, but it is still flashy. I know that's confusing, subtle but flashy. All I'm really saying there is, you couldn't do it. It does just take a couple of minutes. Oh, don't tempt me. I will wait for them to go out. I'll speed it up for you. One to go. Not that one. I found it. Locked. And loaded. Splash zone still in effect. Of Faire finale. But first, I discard these hot torches over here in the dry leaves. If I time this well, we get a nice smoke effect from the finale. If you see more than smoke, let me know. I'm out of here. Follow me, front gate. Now what I'm about to do is an homage to W.C. Fields. It's called The Fatal Glass of Fear. In his honor, I will be opening this. Oh, I left the bottle cap up there. This is, by the way, the only stage that has its own bottle opener. Take that, Queen. It's in my contract. If I need a bottle opener, I have to put it on stage myself. Now what I'm going to do is balance this glass of beer on my forehead. But that, my friends, is not a finale. That's a frat party. So I'm going to have to take it up a notch. And, in the interest of authenticity to the Renaissance, I am using a warm beer. Just as God intended. We didn't start refrigerating beer until we started making crappy beer. True story. I was to take this up a notch. This beer will not be directly on my forehead now. It is going to be perched upon this pool cue on my forehead. The splash zone is still in effect. If we enact the splash zone in this next trick, at least you'll leave smelling like you had a good time. Yeah. You kids might have some explaining to do. Still, simply balancing the glass of beer on a pool cue on my forehead, not enough for me to present as a finale for you. So as I balance this glass of beer on this pool cue on my forehead, I also will be playing a tune on this violin. This, my friends, is what happens when you're a juggler that lived through a pandemic. I kept myself entertained during quarantine and found a nice new mop on Amazon. I have a need for it Sunday. Now this is the final trick of the show, after which I will be passing my hat. If you can afford to drop in a 10 or a 20, that's beautiful. But I know we can't all do that, and that's fine. All I ask is at the end of the show, when I do take my final bow, I don't want to arise to find that you've just disappeared. It's not a magic show. If you enjoyed the show, just come up and tell me in person. Give me a fist bump, an elbow tap. My favorite, a foot 5. Foot 5 is a simple in-step to in-step tap. In-step to in-step tap. It is not a game of kick the juggler. You laugh, but there's a reason I have to say that. Seriously though, it means a lot to me just to hear from you after the show. Even if you see me playing violin in the lanes later, come up and tell me you had a good time. It really does mean a lot. It also means a lot to me when I see the courtesy displayed. If you step aside, if you notice someone else is trying to give me a 20. Let them through. Here we go, hoisting the beer skyward, closer to God. God, please don't take my beer. And I know what a lot of you are thinking as you see this now, and you are correct. The Renaissance Festival is the only place you're going to find a beer on a stick. Now I know who goes to Ren Fairs. I'd love to see you drink it. Thank you. Thank you. You should see it from here. where that gust of wind came through, thank you. Woo! God was trying to take my beer. Now, quite often, when I snag the beer safely out of the sky, the crowd will actually chant chug. Quite often, you'll have a chance for that in a moment. First, oh, screw it. Oh, all right, fine. I know one's walking out right there. I have for you a toast. You do not need a beverage. You can simply hold your hand up in the air like this, and we will fix it in post. There you got some. And this is a lovely hop commander you can get later after the show, right at the Peacock Pavilion. Some ships are wooden ships, but those ships may sink. The best ships are friendships. And to those ships, we drink. I guess I have to. Breakfast. Not a joke. Now I want to let you know a couple things before we part. First, I do 4 shows a day. I do the I do that trick at the end of every show. You want to bring your friends to the 5:45 show is all I'm saying. You're working out the math. Also, as it is the age of the Renaissance, the age of enlightenment, if you don't have cash, I have PayPal. Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, they're all right there. And whenever I put these on this ramp, I so badly want to run land and ski down, but it's all tricky, it won't work. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your laughter with me. If you weren't here for the show, sharing your laughter of this entire show could have been an email. This is my job, my friends. My job is to bring joy to the world, and every day my job gets a little more difficult. Thank you all so much for being here and allowing me to do my job. My name is Jim Mackenzie. Up next on the stage is the Flaming Ginger. I will be at the bottom of the ramp, accepting those fist bumps, elbow taps, foot vibes, kind words, hopefully some bills in the hat. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me.